Yes.
And this was
taking down this
if we had known before time that this was going to be something considered, we would have let our views be known before. This was something that we do not believe in the interest of justice. But what we're asking for is the interest of justice, for justice to be done to all the accused persons, not only just for the people. But I think I speak for all accused persons. I say that in the interest of justice, their liberty and so many other things are at stake, or the patients are at stake. We do not believe that this adds any value to you at the trial of fact, and we do not believe that this adds any value to whatever decision you have to reach, the process of which is. So, on behalf of the church, this is our humble application. Lord, also, we do not even understand who are here. We understand that based on the public notice that we all became aware of yesterday, some national broadcasters, SLBC, AYD, etc. But apart from that, we see other people who we do not know, who they are, and we don't know who they represent. And we do not know if they're even here in compliance with the order. So, this is a humble question.
Allowed for the third accused. I am indifferent. It means clean or not be clear. For me, it's for you to be able to position your mind as to the explanation with regards what it were before now and what it is now. Because the judicial effect that we're talking about lay in your mind. Because it's you that we are dealing with. What you're seeing and the explanation, if there is any audio or video evidence that anybody will be showing to you as to what the structure was before the state. So for me, it's a public interest matter. People have already started seeing it being screened. For us to stop screening abruptly, we cast some aspersion as to what we are doing here. God bless you. So I am indifferent.
No, actually you are in favor.
Yeah. No, if it is screened, I have no problem. It's not screened, but I think because it is a public interest matter and we already started screening, it should be screened.
Prosecution. I know that said the right the commission fundamentally these proceedings ought to be in public. It is only where, for reasons that are cogent, in which the court would have taken into account what proceedings are held. And by no stretch of the imagination in my submission do these particular proceedings require that they be held in Kano. So I think this is the first time this has happened in this particular trial. The ruling, your lordship will recall, was televised, and I do not see the prejudice that my learned friends are talking about. We are simply saying it's prejudicial. In what sense would it be prejudicial for justice to be seen to be done in public? So for those reasons, I would strongly suggest, my lord, that there ought not to be any secrecy. After all, transparency is one of the requirements of any judicial system.
Lord, also Uganda, the issue of the judicial system emanates from the circumstance whereby 3 years back, no visual was shown to the public. 3 years back, or 4 years back, no visual was shown to the public. And fast forward, the building is now in a different state, and now we are showing the public visuals that are quite different from that which was before the stop work, the Lord. So that is the judicial effect, because there ought to be that balance for the public to know this was how it was, and now this is the state. But if we just streaming now, one side, this situation, my lord, it's prejudicial to the rights of the accused person. Now, section 23, subsection 3 of the Constitution states that, yes, we agree it's a public hearing. But my lord, if it's a public hearing, will you allow other people to come to the court to stream who are not in the court structure system? And I will reiterate, the orders you gave never had in them the issue of live streaming of the administration. This is a local hearing, my lord. This is a local hearing, and it's novel to us, to some of us, for live streaming of the proceedings. That's all I would say, my lord.
Absolutely.
So, I do not see why my friends are now raising issues about the stream. First of all, streaming is an administrative issue. The judiciary put out a notice to the public in Sierra Leone yesterday, stating that all the proceedings there were going to be streamed. But secondly, and most importantly, has the right to know what is happening, because this is a public interest trial. I do not see why they cannot see to say that the state, how the state was 3 years ago and the state that is now today, that is a continuing issue. It's a continuing damage. And that is why we want people to see exactly what we have taken to court and why we believe that justice must be served. So I do not see why it should not be streamed. For all intents and purposes, like Mr. Maxibo rightly said, transparency and accountability is not just what happens in court, but also how it's seen happens. Thank you.
Like just a final reminder, because yes, the issue of transparency is very good. But even here, at this present local visit, you have restricted people's information. If it were not the case, you would have asked everyone to enter. There are so many people who are outside the law who want to be the Sierra-Leoneans. The Sierra-Leoneans, this touches and concerns.
They can watch it on TV.
Fair enough, but again, my lord, what we are saying is our position is that we do not believe that, we believe that what's broadcasting this in the manner it is done now unduly sensitizes an already sensitive case, and we do not believe that that is what we need. That's what it's at. Because we know that the law is in your bosom. We believe, we have no doubt in your fairness, Lord. And what we are saying is that this does not add value to the process of it. And Lord, what we have continued to emphasize, what I can work my learned friend at the Famous Solutions Association is that the public will not understand the context in which they're seeing the building now. They will view the building from the lens of today only. And what my learned friend, the ACC commissioner, is saying, that this is a continuing state. No, this is not a continuing state in the sense that in 2021 or thereabouts, there's a stop work order from the state of New York. So nothing has been done for 3 years or thereabouts in this building, Lord. So the public will not be getting that perspective, Lord. The perspective that they will be seeing will just be what they're seeing today. Ever rotting down state it is today. That is not the fault of the accused persons. And that is why we're emphasizing that this adds no value.
That is why we should just proceed. All I know, you're not the judge. This is not the judge. Please, gentlemen.
Now, there'll be a full meeting down the line. But suffice to say, all of these objections, quite frankly, are misconceived. And I'll tell you why. Firstly, before we came in here, there was an order. They were very clear as to who and who were allowed into this building. That is not to say that the trial was being held in camera. That's the starting point. But for obvious reasons, we do not want disruption in here. Just why people were restricted, i.e. accredited members of the press. Everybody that is in here today, their names were called outside. You were already in, so you never heard it. But their names were called outside when we came in. So that's number one. Secondly, the very constitution that you rely upon, very clear, the trial should be held in public. Live streaming is one aspect of a public trial. In other words, putting it out to the public so they can see what is going on. And let me hasten to add, Mr. Sonia, that the views of the public as to how the building is now or how it would have been 2 years ago is irrelevant insofar as I am concerned. When it comes to determining the issue, this is why we're here, to look at the building, and we can make an assessment based upon the evidence already before the court and what we're seeing right now. I don't think anybody would think otherwise. It's that if a building has stood for 2 years, it will not look the way it looked 2 years ago. And this is where the evidence comes, which is why it's important that we come here today, we see what is going on. The evidence is already been given, counsel of course examined. So we're just having a visual of what was given in court at the time and to put it into context with the evidence that was given. For example, if Mr. A said there was no door to come in here, and I come in now and I see a door, I would want to know why there's a door here now when there wasn't a door previously. So it's putting the evidence into context. And that does not affect the fair trial rights of the accused, because I need to determine this matter on the evidence that is before the court. This is a visual case. I don't think the judgment that I gave on Friday, the order that I gave on Friday, I was very clear on the relevant authorities and what we're looking at by being in here. So there's not going to be any prejudice to the accused person. Whatever the public think about what they see, it's a matter of, I mean, prior to us coming to this building, the public have said a lot about this trial, 90% of which is nonsense, but I've not been affected by whatever it is they said. Simply listen to the evidence and have dealt with it quick. So whatever views they may hold as to what they see is a matter for them. But the court's own interpretation of what it sees right now is likely to be different from what they feel they're seeing right now. So there's no prejudice there. But if you want to rule it as I said, that's fine. But as far as we're concerned, the public interest requires that the public should know why the court is here today. And they can see why we're here, and what we're doing is that we're here to look at this building, and that's it. Whatever views they may hold, it's a matter for them, not my concern. But I'm looking simply at the evidence. So don't have no sweat. Your clients will not be prejudiced in any way, shape, or form. And Mr. Sise, your own point is that it's prejudicial to the second accused. I don't believe it is. The second accused, the evidence against him so far is really clear. We've just come here to conceptualize what we've had in court. And certainly, you have an opportunity to lead evidence, as he said, is being testified. All of that evidence will be looked at in the round. So there's no prejudice to it. I have no doubt about that. We're just here to see what we see. And of course, we know there's been stop work orders given going back 2 years ago. So we'll assess what we can see from those stop work orders going back 2 years ago. So I don't think there's a problem there. So we continue. The public have a right to see why we're here, because it's all about tax. Other issues will be dealt with in court.
May I ask on behalf of the second that a conclusion will be given to us?
There will be, yes. I have said that, and I've just summarized it so you know what you're thinking about. And we will show you. But I don't say this to the second. Do we have the pictures?
So, my lord, on behalf of the first, my lord, we are proceeding with the locus, the display as we are seeing it. And in the case of the first accused, he was the head of chancellery at the period of the movie. I'm not sure what your direction will be, but I believe we want to also be heard as we proceed, in view of the fact that at the time he left the building.
Yeah, so Famu, this program they come live from New York. As answered on the follow, this is the continuous case. And the locals in co-visit where the High Court be prepared say in the New York will assess the Chansky building where they are, let's say, more than $4 million, close to $5 million was spent on that building there where Dr. Samura Kamara'S be foreign minister. Now the line open, just in case you want to add your voice. Hello? Yes. Tell me inside the call form. If you know one call your name, that's fine. Get the platform.
Calling from Sterling.
All right, you get the platform. What do you think about this whole visit? You think say now plus a waste of taxpayers' money on a public publicity stunt or on a justice the government is seeking?
Well, because everything happens now. We there is no need for letting go for waste money for that kind of people for that kind amount of people that they and go do it in a do because just look at all the other people waiting to see and never create it's just a waste of money and we have to look at back to say a set of procedure which because you can start to do the actually you not even mention the name and it's when they suppose for say something wait on it one and look at the reception where we get it's a big shame for all we money to pay taxes like this country look at the reception we get from this
so if he say justice not for serve, if he the court determines say they need to go visit the crime scene for assess, if he say not to do it we for embark on.
Everything we realize on and it's the fashion of the money. Transaction of the money, it will be done, not it will not done. When you make this still be done, then they don't ask the question and they have this way they with the fairness. They get to decision. So with this money, this money for some for this money, they don't need with this money we go now. This person I mean with this money we go. So for us seeing the building this was all on there was no one for say it goes on like if you want to take a snapshot of all like okay, it's very they can demonstrate, make a video and the building and out was on that. All those boys spend with all this it's just say me a waste of money.
All right.
Me a waste of money. See me a waste of money. The minister of Water and the water company they say the water for their fate for their water is $1,000.
He said 40 trillion.
All these things are wasting the time of the one the way when they like the time of we come up at the point wasting the country in money without no benefit to the for commodities I was saying about all we need to do the one way they do because they need to do the right thing do the right thing for let people that justice delay how many years why they not go to all those things so justice delay.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. So far, the line is still open. The line open. If you want to get add the voice to the program, the line open. You can call me on WhatsApp. What do you think? You feel that this is a political stunt or just a PR stunt on a justice the government they seek on behalf of the Salon people, or this are just a waste of taxpayers' money? What do you think? Add the voice. The number now you see on screen so now plus 380-977-518786. We wait on our call them. Thank you.
Another store here. Alright, let's have the fight. The toilet in here as well. So, my lord, this is the factory where the visa is supposed to be installed. As you can see, the opening rooftop in this space has been providing access for the leakage of water and snow. So there's an open roof going up. Yes. Okay, this is why they sued us. Thank you. Because the water will just seep to the neighbors. And this is why this place is so deteriorated, Mr. President. I'm telling you, the water has destroyed this place. For the business. This is the ground floor. Ground floor.
Basement is downstairs. So there is a basement.
Downstairs. Yeah, this is just.
This is the first one.
Or ground floor. Ground floor. Yeah. That's the point. There's even no basement. There's a basement. The first accused is I of course there is supposed to be a conference room. Okay, let's conference. Let's go down to the mission upon completion of this work.
So, Famul, as when they follow the trial, I mean, when they follow the coverage, bitter argument today between Dr.Samura and team and the state's team, where I say, based on how the building look right now, there is no need for let coverage take place, live to take place. Also, there are the arguments and they come from both sides, the prosecutor as well as the defense team. They all argue say they all give the reasons why this why this particular will be covered live. Now, part of the Samura team say they don't see any value, they don't see any reason why therefore this in live coverage, why states disagree. Yeah, I'll go online. Yes, caller, you will tell which side they call from. Yes.
I just want for send somebody a video and take picture of everything and make
Okay, I get your point. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Famul, the line open. What's in the scholar? I think the scholar make a very brilliant point because the main reason we make them there right now, I for go video and take pictures. Not to say that they try to go continue. I for go video and take pictures. So why don't for even send person wait for video whilst the trial they go on, or then send person go video, get all necessary videos and pictures and go submit them for the judge for let the judge make an assessment. Rather than organizing huge inventory, a lot of people state the money where government will spend by this case is so huge. It's so huge. So you get the line, call me, tell me what you think. If this is a PR stunt or not just a waste of taxpayers' money or not just this government's little. You get the platform.
No. You know they do right, my friend. So, from this things to I take one number outside the top. You know, the top more than the top. You pay attention to the top. That is where the people should have been. That's right. So it's open. By this stage, the stage of people that contract, this house should have been at least 95%. Because you paid more than 5%. That's one of the reasons where all everything went around attention.
That's the basement. Look at the steps going on. That's the steps going on. Okay. That's down basement and upstairs.
But this is the step.
Basement, one going down.
My last upstairs.
And that's upstairs.
You want to take a look at
Yes.
You don't go there.
Commissioner, you don't take time to decide why I'm
So, Famul, we don't know how they take note of the vibes, but as far as we see so right now, the main because
it goes round.
Now, we never understand. Let's say for the government of Julius Maada Bio, they spend huge amount of money for sending boku people just for go do a simple video and take pictures and can submit to the court. Now, this for me, I don't feel say not transparency because that's not the watchword they say they wanted transparency to take place. If government serious about transparency, the government no go say they're not for audit. The 2021 audit, the government of Sierra Leone, the audit service omits the president's office, the vice president's office, the first lady office. They're not audited. So what you talk about transparency? They can say that you preach what you do. Do what you preach, do what you preach. No, not tell me say do as I say, don't do as I do. If the government really committed into transparency, I believe that if we don't set the pace, if we don't set the example, if we don't lead by example, that allowing the audit service to monitor each and every state institution. But this one, what I'm also we don't say, three offices then they omit them deliberately. They omit them. They say they're not for monitoring. I mean, they're not for checking. They're not for following. So if we see government they spend huge amounts of thousands of, it's probably in hundreds of thousands of dollars, because New York now one of the expensive cities. They get for pay flights for them, get for book for the hotel, get for give them per diem. You know, with all those, sometimes I don't know how leaders think. I don't know how they make it at all. But anyway, we will follow this trial. We'll continue for appeal to that. We'll see how once the end part of it. We will know if now political stunt, we will know if the government gets hidden agenda for destabilize the country, because whatever evidence together now they say and they go use them for people saying wrongfully, now they no go down well with the alliance. And particularly the post what they want, now Dr. Samura Kamara. Dr. Samura Kamara and they make this important for, and they make this important for. So all of this what they do, now for me there's sufficient evidence against Dr. Samura Kamara. Oh, they wait and see.
Well, this will have the windows.
Open. One thing that I wish the country for longer, an independent man from that's a good power, voluntary. The way it's not the grass. No. The police system. There's a central heating system, yeah? And the police system. So yeah, it's more like and because the weakness to play inside, don't take up there now. I'm not becoming a master. We do get up here. Yeah. Take a picture. So now clearly memory is straight. Just see what you do. Signs of serious generation. Oil gas. Who's electricity man? No, not only for spend just and the things. The weather condition, the doctors are listening. So all those things. Well, look at it, even in this thing, we don't know. You see. We are taking care of our. This is what I'm even the inches, they're going to only. Because we use it, but then they close the building for so long.
Push the program. Yeah. Una help we share the program, una like the page, na Facebook, top platform, una subscribe. Now one way this na dey keep we na the network. By subscribing, by liking, by sharing, una dey help to keep we na YouTube. So here, we dey ask una, una do that small favor dey for you. Una like the page na Facebook, then una subscribe na YouTube. Just click on the YouTube subscription and click on the notification. So you will get all the messages there, all the videos there, all the live coverage. Do you on every share?
What you need to see now is because of that inclement weather and all this, because you just started POP, my lord. If you drop this place for the last even one with 6 months, forget about the at least they let you wait for weeks to go after the camp. If you do that, this inclement weather cannot be blamed on June standard Davis. You know what is yeah. That's the compliment. You not get light? Somebody be whole light. Why we get light? Come. Second floor. Now going to the third floor. No.
You know, a lot of people don't cast doubt on this particular trial already because people look at and say President Julius Madabio, government will take Samura Guna court, therefore don't pass verdict on this case. The one call out the talk say justice delayed, justice denied. In the sense, how we say, for example, assume hypothetically Samura Kamara. How we say, for example, this one don't become a very serious case. Hypothetically speaking, let me say Samura, 1 second, example at the late. Let me say Samura guilty. They say Samura, I need all the 4.9 million, 5 million. If Madabio gets serious evidence, the state gets serious evidence, why they don't conclude the trial until they wait where this man don't turn flag bearer for the biggest opposition, the main opposition party in the country. And I assume say, fish are found and guilty. You know what they mean for the country's stability and peace? And people are not going to believe the trial because they don't drag this trial, reach at the edge. Just a few months before we go into election, West are going to make up their minds for votes for the next president. President Julius Madabio, they come up with statistics because and so people look at it. This are the strategic planning of President Bio for intimidate, for scared, for pressure on APC as well as the flag bearer owner Dr.Samura Kamara'S them back. These are all political stories. That's what people had. So at this juncture, you look at what people say, I want of taxpayers' money. Now in the question. Because the amount of people in post who then take from some New York, give them flights, hotel. It's too much. The money huge. And how justice will be served? How justice will be served? Will Fisher convict Dr. Samura Kamara? Will he do it on the grounds on which the wrong go find say XYZ? He go do it. Oh, they watching that.
You know, they look at the money. No, everyone call him weak. Oh, no, let me back on that. Yes, we've done that.
Yeah, I think I agree with this this particular texter, this post with text named Sammy. Africanist press should be the key witness since they are the whistleblower bringing the matter to light. I want to tell you plenty, Sammy. Indeed, if government's interested in transparency, the Africanist child of God, the vital, or not child about making notice. Not child about na intel business. Now, is not this case. If not because of child of God, we not for everybody's case, and for don't put on being, they don't put on under the wall. Just like you see where Dr. Lahai exposed Homeland, Homeland project, that housing project, where even this commissioner, Ben Kaifala, now then go the Motherland City, the Motherland City project. We have Ben Kaifala, then go open the Motherland City, one of the biggest criminals in Sierra Leone. The post where expose that corruption, the one of Dr. Lahai on Facebook, they don't invite us, they don't even credit us. It's similar to this, what they take place. So this man, Africanist press chairman of Bar, yet this whole thing. I feel government, if they be serious enough, because all of what they do so, and chairman of Bar don't do it. Chairman of Bar has done this. Chairman of Bar don't go to New York, fancy building, snap, they do all things. So government for just invite chairman of Bar, he give what he gets instead of they waste hundreds of thousands of people, taxpayers' money. Because thing in the country, lights not there, water not there, food expensive. Then small money then money then they wouldn't they see that small money. Probably then we don't spend up to them 1 million.
You will do that. This is a Chinese material they use now. Don't try to finish this building that people they come around. All money go down there, no kind of. You should be proud of us.
They look all the over.
Can't snap them to you.
You can snap some more, let some more, snap all the I wish they would come out and watch this program. Yes. Yes, my lord.
The thing we're funny about this trial. The thing we're funny about this trial is specifically, Chairman Oba exposed Ali Kaba also. Ali Kaba na part of people, and I be the head of the foreign minister back then, where this building be on construction. So the trial, you see, say the government of Salon them pull come out, and Ali Kaba was excluded from this trial. Technically, them pull and so all of this not just make any sense more. Trust me, Sierra Leone people they're not full again. Salomon of they know what's understand. They know what's not true. They know what's not wrong. They know what's not right. They know what's in it, So every patriotic Sierra Leonean, they wish for the country, particularly who don't live at the age of technology. You see other countries will go with you. Believe me, the patriotism will increase. It will increase day by day. So people that know inside and go make the decision on the ballot vote. They know inside and go vote. All of this, perhaps, are for just the icing of men or probably the international community or what have you, probably not just like intimidation. Yeah, this one they come up from Josephine Mahoy, which say, may God help our country. I don't know where we are heading to. This one they come up from Android user, we say not for the people, but for the selfish interest. This one they come up from Alpha Joe Barry, who say Ali Kaba part of this money is he part of this delegation. Yes. And another one they come up from Sami, where they say for the fact Ali Kaba and Nabila Tunis are left out shows how dubious and corrupt nature of the matter. Yeah, that's the point. And that's not the point all the time for me. This is not about justice. This is not about transparency. This is purely for political gains. Because if the government of Sierra Leone are serious about dispensing justice, I believe so all of those people who are accused, who are being involved in this particular saga, should be held accountable. They should be brought to the dock. They should be enforced, not selected few. This one they come up from Mabinti Chana who said this is just wasting of money and people are suffering, man. Yes, so keep on coming with your text. We will surely read them, the ones that we have time for. And do not forget, yeah, on help we share the program. When I subscribe now YouTube, now this way now the help you for keeping on YouTube. When you subscribe, you will help you for keeping on YouTube. So subscribe for free. You don't need to pay money. Share the program, like the program, and free supports the program, the platform. Let the platform go. When you go on Facebook, the page get a talking points platform. Now YouTube, TPP own. Subscribe. Yeah, the people always subscribe here. Right now, we don't get more than 10,000 people there. Only half of the people there are subscribed, which means right now, we do 40,000 if everybody subscribe. But because that's half of this number, 10,000 people there and they subscribe. All right, this one they come out from Marie Bangura. I don't know if you know Bangura or Bangura. Anyway, they are after Samura Kamara, but let me see if we catch up with them very soon. What is not okay? Yeah, if this one they do it for the sake of the country, then we go see. But if not they do it for political gains, which owns for distract the attention of the people from the real issues, economic mismanagement, cost of living, the difficulties, insecurity, instability, police brutality, and many, many other issues. And when I say Salon people are fool, Salon people are not fool. People are more wiser than ever. Sierra Leoneans are smart people. They are watching. They know. They know what is happening. Whether they are in Sierra Leone or not, they have information. We thank God because of the technology we have in now, social media, the internet. The internet has helped us a lot. We now have we will say first-hand information because we can see what is happening in the ground. We don't need a secondary thought or third person narrative. We can see, analyze, and justify.
Floor. Good to see the floor.
forget like the monopile, you know like the I stop then I'm
So positivity. Somebody goes, I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm calm. No, thank you. That's strong. Communicate to the public what happens subsequently. That's that. Today, Pambulem, the exercise that has just heard from the Honorable Judge. Today's exercise has come to the continuing session tomorrow. Thank you so very much. Transparency. This is the commitment of the Honorable Chief Justice, Chief Justice. Thank you for your time. Thank you. New York, United States of America, outside China. Thank you.
So, Fambu, sorry. You look like saying I had the decided for cut fast, try for being phone at the program live, so the quite. So it looked like saying I had the program don't end first because basically you don't do their own analysis. I'll take some few texts here. This one they come out. This one they come out from Yaya Mansaye, will say they are just making fool of themselves and wasting the country resources. This one they come up from. Josephine Mahoy will say, a waste of taxpayers' money. There are families in Sierra Leone that cannot afford 1 square meal a day. Okay, this one they come up from Nancy Carter, we say wasting taxpayers' money, their families. Okay, we don't read this one. We don't read this one. Very similar. Okay, just similar anyway. And all right, so once they bring down or text them, we just want. I think the program SLBC don't cut her off us. SLBC don't cut them off. So we go check. Perhaps the program done. Let's just do background check quickly. Let's just check quickly from SLBC. Let's see what's in the go on with them. Let's just check quickly. Alex said the program done with the SLBC. Let's just check from them. Let's know. Yeah, so they don't conclude. And so Fambule, they don't conclude. They don't conclude the visits. They don't go snap the pictures. They don't go take the videos. They don't go assess the building. They don't go do them findings. They don't go do them first time. The judge did it, Samura and team did it, the prosecutor and team did it, journalists them. They don't go gather the information what they need. So then for return probably 1st of April now the country, and Justice Fisher will announce to Salon people when this case they come back and for let him make final judgment. But I mean, with all this, just boku noise you can't get some more. Even SLB self will give you a proper or a nice coverage, a quality coverage. I go put on so. And will give you a quality coverage where you go even reserve the voice and clear. So broken line. You know, it's so shameful when I'm the state broadcaster, when I don't forget quality information or quality service, broadcasting service, because then for able afford for put quality ahead of any other platform or institution, because then get the resources, technology, and the know-how. So now this thing don't tap for so. Fisher don't go now in New York. Arguments become out today, just in case arguments become from Samura and team. When they not be Mohammed and they broadcast the thing, and the prosecutor say no, the ACC say no, then for broadcaster, let's alone people and see, let transparency take place. Make them no say yes. This property now so it is so. Let them able get a first-hand information, the SFC. So all of what you would all look at the take way now, yeah. Salon don dey on the ticking bomb. Time, what can say time bomb. It depends on the specialist and now for can diffuse this particular bomb. Just like a bomb done, they done some side. It tick, 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 tick. You need a specialist for can diffuser, because right now any error where they make for that judgment day, any mistake where Fisher do, it lead to catastrophe in the country. We don't wish that. I don't want to talk them day, but sometimes you get a broke the bone, you pull them out, man, and see, call a spade a spade. The way the country they go, most of we not be active in politics. Most of we not be the talk about politics. We just care about ourselves no more. Where I come and work, I come, I was, I lay down on my pala, I look me Netflix, I look me film. That's it. But I mean, that ain't not they pay enough, because with people and they suffer don't turn. You dey salon, they salon, they affect you, they judge you. So now that makes some of we take up all this opportunity with all we busy schedule for come back here and try for help let people and get message and get undiluted message. We're not to polish. I not get editor behind me back for tell me say this, not say this, say this. No. Are they carry the war information? What do we get? Now they put to analyze, open the line, or tell no, una call, what you say. And believe me, una opinion matter. Una opinion matter. Believe me, una voices them matter. Believe me, una are able to move mountains. And because of una active participation in governance, lately on social media, don't put the government on their toes. All of this waiting government they do so now. Now because of them pressure, yeah? Now because of them platform, yeah? Now because of you, now because of we all. So not give up. Not if you say where they watch we or where they contribute or they go in vain. It they really cause impact. It they make them sit down and say, man, I think Sierra Leone people and they know they wise up now. Because the politics 20 years ago is different from the politics now when at 2023. They know that. So I'll take this one, they come up from Santigisi says, Samura, cool your heart, nothing will happen to you. You are the next president of Sierra Leone. All right, so Famulon, I keep on bringing on our text. We go spare another 5 to 10 minutes before we wrap up the program. We go wrap up the program in the next 5-10 minutes. In case you want call me, you want take part by the program, now the number landing on the screen, +380-977-518786. No wait way we don't come out of the studio begin call. Normally, so as the program done, now they tell you see calls and the kind side. Now you get chance for call after the program, the phone goes switch off. We're not going to be able to answer any call. So they follow this trial. We go make sure say whenever they encounter back live, now Freetown, we go definitely bring them from a live. But just like what they ask you now, small favor, do you una subscribe, una share the platform, una help share. Una help share now. Una help share. Una help share the platform now. Please. Una help share. Subscribe to the platform. Una help TTPP for go. Una help log go.
Oh yeah. Talking point platform. TTPTV. Oh yeah. Una let we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well on for tomorrow. Now we go make salute.
Yes, now we all for come together for make salute. Lord, we come together. This one they come up from Ibrahim Kamara'S. Bio is a criminal and a judicial killer. Yeah, so famu una come up with una text, una call, una self-contribute on the program, una subscribe. Let's see. You know, the thing is, I'm not able to understand why President Bio so desperate for second term. I never understand because this not to say na person talk for President Bio say you're not going to solve the people and problems. So why are you so desperate in asking for a second term? Take a look on this.
What are you doing to address economic hardships in this country?
With the prices of things just going up, I cannot protect the people of this country.
You see, this was the president of Sierra Leone speaking to the world that with the prices of things going up, I cannot protect the people of this country. Can you imagine? I cannot. So why are you forcing people to give you another second term when clearly from the horse's mouth, from you are telling us that you cannot protect the people of Sierra Leone? I don't understand this.
What are you doing to address economic hardships in this country?
With the prices of things just going up, I cannot protect the people of this country.
See? So What's the point here? Yes, caller, you tell me your name and who say they call from, you get the platform.
Hello. Salamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
My name is Usman Kamara. I dey call from Makeni.
Okay, Usman Kamara, you get the platform. What you take based on what you don't see now the Chancery building in New York. You feel say na political which hunts, na publicity the government they do, or na justice government, the government they seek for salon people say money.
My brother, what I see, I don't say party no party. The best thing what they do so now for that, because what can happen, this country if you no go so, believe in me, we gonna have fear. Tomorrow, if Manda be common power, anything we get for report against, if I like somebody ask him. But if you say himself don't care, you don't do what they do, you don't go election, and so no more left for, because now, not for we again, now for we can begin the way they come behind. This, thank you very much for the radio. I believe say, after Manda be in on time, still this radio going to exist because it helped me a great.
Thank you
very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so we appreciate this caller. I think by all the calls they don't can, this one it gets different view. This man they talk say, regardless of the fact that this it get political undertone, let them say continue for B because let somebody answer for whatever resources in Ghana. Simply accountability, transparency, which if we be fine, we know they're against that, we know they oppose that, we they support that. We want to let people answer for the work couldn't give them. But it get for be fair, it get for be free and fair, it get for be sincere, it not get for be one-sided, it not get for be like cherry pick, it not get for be one-sided that only the opposition now guilty. Then for make everybody guilty, we're guilty. Not to one set of people and no more for guilty. These are the points. But we see largely enough in this administration, it seems as if not only one set of people are then guilty. Ali Kaba, now part of this particular issue where Africanist press force pull. I don't know why we're not even in making safe. I don't know why. I don't know why. I absolutely don't understand. I'm able to know. This one they come up from Abdullah Conte, will say, let's put our fingers across and wait for the outcome of this case. Yeah, exactly. Now that's what all they do. We wait and see how this thing will turn out. We'll continue for bring camp for now, then live coverage there, following ourselves, get opportunity for see what they happen. This one they come up from Black Ops, Bio think people are stupid. All right, let's take short music break. We'll come back.
Country slow, we want for no. Why not they grow? Yeah, we want for no. Where make we country they go slow. Where making all they grow. Yes, slow, I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them thing them way they make we know they grow. Then now we they die from. If I they try for go before, I beg for. Do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so. If I try for go before, I beg, oh, do ya not make us slow? No, no. If I dey try for raise the tempo, do ya not make am low? Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in unity. Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in harmony. Yes, so don't before do them thing now we go make we smarter, thing now we go make we stronger, thing now we go make we nation last much longer. So we life.
Yes. So family, maybe we will take like few more texts. This one they come up from Ali Sila. We say we need the truth of the matter. Yeah, we wish for let the truth prevail. And this one they come up from Black, where they say no more 5 years. This one they come up from Samuel, we say the ACC boss showing up remind me of the Chinese rice saga. Yeah, you know, that's very important. The Chinese, yeah, you know, thank you, Sammy, for letting you remind me about Atina Timbo, the minister Mr. Timbo or Dr. T, I don't know, Atina Timbo, they weighed 49,000 bags of rice, we just disappear. And because now SLP people are involved, the ACC toy with the case. They can go the case na court, then go back na court, then go pull the case, and say because they don't get evidence. Can you imagine? They say they don't get evidence. So if I don't get evidence, why not even can go the case na court? Why not they can go the case na court, but I don't get evidence? You know, so they don't look at and say now, Sierra Leone people, they're so easy for manipulate that you can't lie for them, lie for them 5 years. You come back this year, you can't lie for them the same lie. That I make we not agree now. We not agree. We not agree. We will remind the people. Take a look at this one. We'll continue for play them video for remind the people. Let them get more. Let them be more smart.
One Medina, one bridge, one Medina. Power the build the bridge now. I want to tell you thank you. I want to know say the commitment of His Excellency the President for build this bridge. Inshallah, summa inshallah, the bridge must be there. I want to tell the people of Medina thank you when they come up and welcome me. I want to in the next 5 years, Medina self go file a free tour. Light go in a ya, water go in a ya, bridge go in a ya, road go in a ya, school go in a ya, light go in a ya. All man go school, all man go get work. The girl picking them go work, the boy picking them go work, the mommy them go work. Water go come, light go come, everything go in a ya. So I want to thank you. I want to know say the SLPP government na talk and do government. When they talk, they do it. When we say they bring free education, we bring free education. When we say they face school bus, we face school bus. When we say I don't say we bring water na ya, light go kaya, road go kaya, bridge go kaya, school go there ya. Secondary school go there, work go there for una. The girl picking them go work, the boy picking them go work, and the mama then say go cook for you all go grab it. So I want to tell you thank you. I want to know say me and my brother, me and Julie Jallo from Robis village, Chiefdom. Mina Bulamite, and Pau Patafu Bulamos Bete. When I don't say, now 190 chiefdom salon. The Tafubulam no get vice president. And the 190 chiefdom. So now for all the vice president better. Una for all out to one. Because now our brother, because now our uncle, because now our daddy, because now our pikin, because they out to naya, because wale una say better. So I want to tell you thank you, Madina. I will carry her back. If you got agree, December I will carry her back. December welcome, we go work.
So you see, when Jude Jallo be they talk this, it be say 5 years now 50 years. The 5 years now in don't cancel. Go check Madina. Go check there. None of those promises we make no come true. Now Muslimo. None of them will not deliver. The bridge will not deliver. Water not there. Yeah, he say all man go get work, the picking and go get work. All thing go day, the mommy then go cook, the bridge and go bila, everybody go school, then mommy then go. My God. You know, these guys and they're stupid. These are these politics of 1950 politics. We can lie people, and now we get them videos there. They remind people, let people not fall for them cheap propaganda again. Now take this one, they come up from Bobson to where they say the SEC should comment on the issue of Professor David Francis, thanks to TPP Talking Point platform. Fabule. Yes, call outside you they call from. Tell outside they call from and you get the platform.
Yes, my brother. I still the call. Namakini, Ademakini.
Okay, you get the platform. What's now you take?
Yes. What did they tell me? It seems as if Nasona be the do to back for don't they find. During an time, all them things they want to do, will not be the do. And not be the educate people then. What did they be the say? Will not they say pass this government. I believe say if this government come on power, will I still continue or will I need to stop? Or not only because mother building a power, they don't do today. I want to ask if anything don't do when a better thing when mother build don't do in other countries. No. Because some people they say they don't do nothing when a good thing. Because if I take at least something they will go do when I want thing, will be say this thing is good. But people then they talk say nothing no they so far what you do when a good thing in that country they. But at the same at least something they will you do when a better thing at least. But some of una not they praise them, una not talk good against them. Always na bad thing. Since when that man they don't sit down from A to Z. Now only bad thing no more they compare to man that do. And that's the on time. You don't do for 5 years or 10 years, 11 years. You don't come out. Thing they what you do when a good thing. You don't understand. So I hope say this man is a thing they what you do when a good thing. What are people that the benefits of that? So I really want to clear everything so that the mind go clear. What you have to do and what you have to say.
All right. Thank you very much. First and foremost, I want to tell you plenty thank you for this brilliant question. You know, there is a difference. The time where honest be there na power. Social media not be explode so. I believe say we all can agree on this one. Social media be there, but it not be explode so. You know, things in the change. There is one thing at the world when a constant, when a change. So the time when President Kuruma be in a power, social media not be exposed. It not be explode. It not be there in that kind of way. People literally not be too much focus their attention on. So now that the reason we make it see now people are engaged. Now for coming for say Mother Bio not do nothing, me brother. Me not go sit down at this platform. I tell you, say, Mother Biono do not when I good. I know they do. I can't say that because there is nothing like 100%. No leader not in the world. Even when they say Hitler not be bad guy, but he get good thing the way be do for all people and benefits. We know they say Mother Biono do good. That's not the thing. In fact, if Madabio do good, again, nothing was signed for. In other words, he accepts that responsibilities that they can do. So yes, he deserves some praise where we are praise due, and he deserves criticism. But the reason we make you see today, Madabio they receive huge amount of criticism now because of the way he managed the country. Madabio managed the country, he personalized them. Madabio kind of power, instead of you put people who qualify for EPAM for one, I mean, not face the reality. Madabio is just one man, he's just the president. The president cannot be everywhere. He cannot be the minister of information, the minister of agriculture, the minister of education, the minister of tourism, land. You need people who are committed for surround and support her. There comes the mistake. The mistake what Madabio do, instead of you put people who qualify, who competent, who will help them for support, instead they go take in Palida na UK, na America, where be they get money, where be the supporter, where be broke. Now they can put, look statistics here alone. He can put all those people there. I mean, we not just put now for Allay you fear, even after Madabio Communal Power, talking platform there for the people. I want to assure you, say, mark this word. Remember me na Mohamed Kabo, me na the CEO and founder of this platform. Say the talking point platform go there for the people of Sierra Leone. This is not a political platform for say we there for can praise one political party. We there for all we leaders are accountable. I mean, don't forget about those praises. The reason we make leaders and fail we now because we see them like a god, a semi-god or demigod. Everything we praise them, we know they criticize them. They need more criticism than praise. Me brother, if I give you a candid, our leaders in Africa, like what they can say, Salom African man, treat her like African man. Salom Pekin, the way the men are Salom different from the way the men are abroad. Salom are like where the men you pick, you get for use that iron fist. In other words, like you get for threatening them. In some cases, they beat her. Abroad, you know they beat because of the culture and the culture and the environment. The point is, we leaders them, they need more criticism than praise. May I be honest with you? Because we don't left behind. We don't left behind. We are, I mean, just imagine we don't left behind by anything. So like, we criticize them more than we praise them. So this platform is there for the people of Sierra Leone. You know, when Madabio kind of power, some of we, if you check me videos, if you go down, you will see say, we'll be the praiser, we'll be the talk for her, we'll be the talk about in developments there. But what I don't pass, Gary, look at the dollar. Exchange rates don't galloping. The exchange rates don't come up behind hand. It don't come on a hand. It don't come on a hand. It's so serious. The rest is 650,000. It chased to 700,000. Only 5 years ago, it was 200,000. And Madabio said, "Be talker." He said the rest now is 200,000. Once Tijan Kabana be 60,000, but the rest now be 200,000. So when you come, it can reverse that. It can reduce the price. But now what you do? I want to see the inflation from 200,000 to 650,000 for one bag rice. The wages that they go up now the same wages people and they receive the same wages. Okay, if the things and they go up, the government they cushion the effects. In other words, they subsidize for the people on salary. Then they are a different case. But for the fact that government not care whether price control is available, whether things are going up, not to a problem, then we'll not get for clap for her. No, we'll sing for her. If Madabio be serious about governing the country, you know, use party line, you know, use I don't know how they call them, old baba, that old boys association. If you check the people who in other governments, they mostly not there. All right, so Famul, yes, caller, you will tell me what's in your name and also the call from, you get the platform. Hello?
In a constancy.
Okay. Who say the call from?
I did call from Portugal.
All right. Okay. You get the platform.
Okay. First of all, the leaders in the salon, as you say, we need for squeeze and this time around let them know say the guys they don't chill, the guys they don't open up, and I wish some people that really follow up. If you say let's say don't move, they don't travel small, even though some people you know oversee, when they see development of when it comes in terms of selfishness, for them selfish benefits, they give praise instead of oppose, then the leader they see the nakedness, then the conscience says we need to do more for with people. You understand me?
Yeah.
This is not the thing with some of we Sierra Leoneans they try for say so most of them need them their own and they try for sensitize we educate some people, you know what I mean? You don't need for me, I don't need for apps for something matter they don't do. As they analyze, they don't do something. The question is not to all things are bad. You don't do good, but if you really good to the bad, for me, now like 20, 80. The good will be now like 20.
I get your points.
The bad the good will left for do, already for do, now like 80. Who will do? You understand me, boss? Yeah. So yeah, you wish for some people travel, let them just move. Let them just move like from Guinea, they come na them side, go na them Ghana, Ivory Coast, Senegal, don't forget about overseas. Let them see how development don't go and their country the we did the end. You know what I mean? Look at Johnson at Guinea, we just take power in at Guinea. My brother.
Yeah.
Look what he can do. In short period of time, Johnson. You know what I mean? So they people they said South Uganda. They will play go trace how this guy got the count short development at Guinea. I think they know a good leader, not born the born in our country. You know me for me, as I look at say salon, we still in a born because God don't give a good leader yet. It's like not to try to show me country when you tell the God still the punish we. And we God give leaders who they can work. So people they see some thing they feel say man be they ask say, hey man they don't do one good. They do good.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But it's not enough towards the country. For any country we want to develop, now light first. After light, now water. Because light not there, invest to the can in our country. You know what I mean, boss? You know to hotel expensive now, so why tourists they can't enough. Some of their countries also go day. When summertime they come, the tourists when they come, if they tell you what did they make, the economy don't do for camel. Or hotel, if it's somebody who put list a generator for money, 10 and net, what do you get for expect? And tourism wait people before they travel go any side. They Google first. They check about our country, the custom of living, the hotels there. If they see so expensive, they go there. They go somewhere way cheaper. They go and get they know say they change €100. This €100 will sustain them for 2-3 days. You know they go somewhere they go change €300 for day.
I get your point.
So these people don't do nothing. They don't do nothing. These people don't do nothing. Water, not consistent in the country. Light, not consistent in the country. So what if people look at the place where they are they put there? For card boss and normal thing. APC card boss, when are they boss there? SAP don't card boss. It's just normal. They want in a normal thing the way we see. Not to think they say the professional development. They will put a travel go. When they don't travel to the doubt, if they travel, tell when they travel, they see development, they will say no go. We don't left there.
Yeah.
They go Mali. They just go to Mali. They go to Ivory Coast. They go to Ghana, Senegal. Then they see development. Let's forget about overseas. Because people still overseas, we still know that they're blind because of their self-interest. We saw na SLPP supporter there, so na APC supporter there. The both parties get the both people there. If the APC can't stand on power, you will see. I didn't wish for Samura Kamara can't do wrong, my brother. When they see people again for jail, even if that man will do bad, I don't want to talk. I want to talk. It hurts them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As I talk, some people when they listen to me right now, because of I didn't talk in favor of SLPP or another APC, they will look at me one kind way. You know what I mean? But I did tell you, the awareness will not begin there. They go to talk and so when you come, you know, do better thing, will squeeze you.
Yeah.
They will have that mentality inside them, say, not 10 years, not 10 years, not 10 years, you will vote after 5 years. They will always live 10 years. So when you do better, when you root you, Samura Kamara, if you win, you will know say if I don't work, they will root you, they will go to Madam you. That's for sure.
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate you, call. Thank you. Yeah, so the line open in case you want to join the conversation. Lord, take this one. They come up from Aminata. Aminata Fufana, we say free education will continue to pop up in all of their discussions. Talk about health, they will tell you about free education, road, etc. The list continues. Yeah. This now the trumpets. This now the what do they say? The cardinal, the focal point. I mean, people they appreciate education, but this is not all. In fact, it's so absurd these days. Anything where indeed, just like where this lady put on Sonoma, every opportunity where SLPP gets, whether locally or internationally, now about free education. They ask and they say, what I not do, na free education. Light not do, na free education. But when I'm not able to understand the question, if they ask you, what is happening with the exchange rate? Why is the BOP, the balance of payments, is not balanced? Why are we in the deficit constantly? Why Sierra Leone is on the deficit constantly when it comes to international trade? They will tell you about we are paying for free quality education. Why there is no light in the country? Well, yes, there's no light in the country. We are paying for free quality education. Why there is excess amounts of why there is inflation in the country? Why people are buying rice for more than 600,000? Yes, it's the global problem. It's Ukraine war. It's the Russia-Ukraine global crisis. You know, it's the we are paying for the free quality education. It is not in the center around. I mean, just make. I like that small picking set. If they tell them one thing, they become bored. SLPP then lost their chance, and believe me, Salon people then will be very, very more active on Samura. When Samura succeed for Kana power, believe me, inside get for feel the hits of the social media. Get for feel the hits. It get for feel. We just need for go before. I mean, not be honest. We are not doing this for ourselves again. Particularly, we all don't matured. We're not big man than now, big woman than now. I mean, check the last statistic, the census. The youth in the country, they are made up of more than 70% of the current population. Sierra Leone, now youth there. More than 70%. So meaning, the young feature, it questionable. If we, the people, we don't pass those age, we're not to youth there again, now we get the responsibility. If we're not able to shape for them, lay for them better foundation, make policies there, believe me, they will can't suffer. I remember 20 years ago, 30 years ago, we get the hope for Salon go better after 10, 20 years. Today, we don't turn big bandit. We're still in at the same talk. Can you imagine? Would still, where lights be the car? This na fact, I tell you, 20 years ago, when lights come with the Allah. When lights come with the Allah, lights don't come with the Allah. That it will be one of the happiest moments. That moment still. You see with the jump first because of watch film. Then they can pat ourselves down, they jump with light don't come. You know, you glad in that moment say, if you not bread you all you shout, you compete. Yeah, take me bread because they go watch Jackie Chan, they way, Van Damme, you know. 30 days they happen in the country. Me picking when lights come, then they Allah, then say Lights on camp. Can you imagine? 20 years ago, I was jubilating, I was dancing when electricity comes. And again, me on Peking, they dance for the same thing, with light car. And not a shame. Wow, for just 6 months. You know? Anyway, Famula, we'll go tap the program here. Yeah. We'll tell her plenty, thank you. We'll come back, hopefully tomorrow, whenever we get something interesting, we can share with you now. My name is Mohamed Kabu. Bye-bye for now.
We country slow, we want for no. Why not they grow? Yeah, hey, bo, we want for no. Wait till make we country they go slow. Wait till making all they grow. Yes, so I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them thing them way they make we know they grow. Say now we they die from. If I they try for go before. I beg, do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make am low? Yes, so if I try for go before, I beg, do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make am low? Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in unity. Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in harmony. Yes, so don't we for do them thing now we go make we smarter, thing now we go make we stronger, thing now we go make we nation last much longer. So we life them go better. Yes, so but we for left them thing now we go make we scatter, thing now we go bring palava, thing now we go make we nation well panambara, make we people scatter.
Scatter you talk about. Alright.
Thing them like half flavor plaba, political party wahala. Thing them we go make we agba, them put we country pan yakba. Sing along say hey bo, we want for no. Wait make we country they go slow. Wait making all they grow. Yes, so I can